Have you ever stood before a great painting? A masterpiece that pulls you in. You see the deliberate strokes of the brush. You feel the emotion poured onto the canvas. You know, without a doubt, that this work of art did not simply appear. It was conceived in the mind of an artist, a single artist, with a singular vision. We would never look at the Mona Lisa and suggest it was painted by a committee. The unity of its style, its seamless harmony, all point to one hand. It is a fundamental truth we understand instinctively. One design implies one designer. One song suggests one composer. This same logic, this simple and profound truth, can be applied to the grandest canvas of all, the universe itself. We live inside a work of art so vast and intricate that it almost defies comprehension. Yet, when we dare to look closely, we find that same sense of unity, that same unmistakable signature of a single creator. From the smallest particles dancing in the quantum foam to the great galaxies spiraling in the cosmic dark, there is a consistent set of laws. A single, coherent story is being told across all of existence, a story of order, purpose, and breathtaking beauty. Think about the world immediately around you, the gentle unfurling of a fern, the geometric perfection of a snowflake, the complex society of an ant colony, working in perfect concert. None of these things are accidents. They are systems, each operating on principles of profound wisdom and efficiency. Each piece fits perfectly into the next, creating a world that is interconnected and interdependent. We don't see a chaotic jumble of competing ideas. Instead, we see a unified reality, a single magnificent tapestry woven from countless individual threads, all following one master plan. This is where our journey begins. It starts not with complex equations or dense philosophy, but with a simple observation. The observation that order does not arise from chaos on its own, that a symphony requires a composer. We are living within that symphony. The music is playing all around us, in the chirping of a cricket and the distant twinkle of a star. The question is not whether there is an artist. The question is, are we truly listening to the music? Are we truly seeing the art for what it is? Let us zoom in, from the grand idea to the specific details. Consider the humble honeybee. This tiny creature is a master of geometry and engineering. It builds its honeycomb with perfect hexagonal cells, the most efficient shape for storing the maximum amount of honey with the minimum amount of wax. Who taught the bee this advanced mathematics? This instinct for perfect design is not a random occurrence. It is a clear sign, a signature of an intelligence that understands structure and purpose. It is a small but powerful testament to an all-wise creator who has equipped even the smallest of his creatures with what they need. Now let us zoom out, beyond our world and into the silent depths of space. Look up at the night sky. Each star you see is a sun, a colossal furnace governed by the laws of physics. Our own sun provides the perfect amount of light and heat to sustain life on Earth, held at just the right distance. The planets in our solar system follow their orbits with the precision of a celestial clock. This cosmic ballet, happening on a scale we can barely imagine, is not a chaotic mess. It is a system of profound and unwavering order, a testament to a power that is both immense and meticulous. This signature of unity is everywhere. The water cycle, which purifies and distributes the very liquid of life across the globe. The process of photosynthesis, where a simple leaf turns sunlight into energy, feeding nearly all life on the planet. The genetic code, a complex language written inside every living cell, carrying the blueprint for everything from a bacterium to a blue whale. Each of these systems is a marvel of design. They all work together, interlocking like gears in a grand cosmic machine, each part perfectly crafted by a single, all-knowing artisan who oversees the entire creation. When you see such overwhelming evidence of order, from the microscopic to the galactic, the conclusion becomes inescapable. This cannot be the work of multiple competing forces. It is not the product of blind chance stumbling upon complexity. This level of harmony, this universal consistency, points directly to a single source of power and wisdom. It points to one creator, an all-powerful, all-wise being who has inscribed his unity upon every atom and every star in the cosmos. waiting for us to simply open our eyes and read the message. There are two primary ways people come to believe in this divine unity. The first is a common, general affirmation. This is the belief most people hold. They look at the world, see its general orderliness, and conclude that there must be a God, a single creator who made it all. They accept that he is one, without partners or equals. This is a valid and important belief. It is the foundation, the starting point of faith. It is like knowing the name of the artist who painted the masterpiece. It is an intellectual acknowledgement of the truth. However, there is another path, a deeper one. This path is not just about acknowledging the artist, it is about seeing the artist's very essence in every single brushstroke. This is a more profound and certain affirmation of unity. It comes from deep reflection and direct observation. A person on this path does not just believe God created the world. They see the manifestation of God's names and attributes in everything that happens. They see his power in a thunderstorm, his mercy in the rain, his artistry in a sunset, and his wisdom in the bee's honeycomb. This deeper awareness transforms one's entire perception of reality. The universe is no longer a collection of separate objects. Instead, it becomes a dynamic mirror, constantly reflecting the qualities of its maker. Every event, every creature, every leaf, and every drop of rain becomes a letter from the Creator, revealing something about his nature. The world becomes a vast, living book, and everything in it is a word that points back to the author. This is not a belief based on hearsay or tradition alone. It is an experiential certainty, a conviction born from seeing the evidence with one's own heart. This is the difference between knowing that a power plant generates electricity for the city and actually seeing the light come on when you flip a switch in your own home. The first is a general knowledge. The second is a direct personal experience of that power. The deeper believer experiences the Creator's presence directly through his creation. They see the singular light of the divine illuminating every single thing in existence, confirming with absolute certainty that the source of all this beauty, order, and power is, and can only be, one. With this profound awareness comes a critical distinction. It is a mistake that many have made throughout history. They become so mesmerized by the beauty of the art that they begin to worship it. They see the life-giving power of the sun and worship the sun itself. They see the majesty of a mountain and attribute divinity to the mountain. They are captivated by the intricate laws of nature and begin to see nature itself as the ultimate reality, the creative force. This is like falling in love with the painting and forgetting the painter entirely. Nature in all its glory is a work of art. It is a manifestation, a sign, a mirror reflecting the attributes of its creator. But it is not the creator. The artwork points to the artist. It is not the artist himself. The sun is a magnificent lamp, but it is the one who lit the lamp that deserves our awe. The laws of physics are brilliant, but it is the lawgiver we should seek to understand. To worship creation is to confuse the message with the sender. It is a profound misunderstanding of the relationship between the finite and the infinite. The true path of wisdom is to look at the art and see through it to the artist. To use creation as a lens through which we can perceive the greatness of the Creator. When we feel the warmth of the sun, we should feel gratitude to the one who provides that warmth. When we witness the intricate dance of life in an ecosystem, we should feel awe for the wisdom of the one who designed it. Everything becomes a reason for remembrance, a trigger for awareness. The universe is not a veil that hides God, it is a sign that reveals Him to those who reflect. This realization changes everything. It brings a sense of peace and purpose. Nothing is random, nothing is meaningless. Every moment, every object, every experience is imbued with the presence of a singular, conscious, and merciful Creator. We are not lost in a cold, indifferent cosmos. We are living inside a masterpiece, constantly in the presence of the artist. And our purpose is simple: to witness the art, to appreciate its beauty, and to turn our hearts in gratitude and awe toward the one who conceived of it all. To recognize that all this magnificent order flows from the divine unity,